This is WPSL, Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast. Views expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of WPSL. However, we do encourage you to like and share them on Facebook and YouTube or wherever you find them. It's live and local on WPSL, on the internet, on, let's see, there's TuneIn, the Google Home, and Alexa, and, of course, the Facebook archive. We also have a YouTube archive of all of our WPSL programs on YouTube under WPSL TV. But it's time now for the Science of Caring, brought to you by CareBag. Did I say CareBag? I didn't mean to say CareBag again. You know what it is? When you say CareBag, I don't want anybody to get the impression of a bag lady. Although, hey,
there you go.
If there was a bag lady that would be helping,
we'll be helping her.
Let's call it CareBag.
That's a great idea. Let's call it CareBag. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. This is Roxy again, Tuesday, 6:05 on WPSL, and we are glad that you are with us. If this is your first time listening, welcome. We are Careology, the science of caring, and my name is Roxy. Careology is a subsidiary of CareBag Incorporated. CareBag Incorporated is a 501c3 nonprofit here that serves the Treasure Coast and West Palm Beach. And we do one thing, and we do it well. Our mission is to provide proper access, hygiene, to those that are homeless, those that are in need. So if anyone is in need of access to proper hygiene, we are the nonprofit to come to. There is no charge. If all those long lines you were seeing, people that are struggling for food, those are the same individuals and many more that can't afford soap, they can't afford diapers, they can't afford Depends, deodorant. These are hygiene items. We're going through a pandemic. We need these more than ever, and we provide them because the United Nations has a saying that I have kidnapped that I love. Access to proper hygiene should be a right, not a privilege. And in this great country that we are in, that is exactly what we're doing. We're providing access to proper hygiene that is a right to everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, what your status is in this community, doesn't matter. I don't care who you are. Everyone has the right to proper access to proper hygiene, and we are so happy to do that. Tonight, I have my guest with me, Kenya. Hi, Kenya.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, and Kenya is a friend of mine, and we go a long back. We're going to hear a lot more about Kenya, but I just want to remind, I know everyone that's been listening to WPSL here. Again, we want to thank Carol and Greg for allowing us to do such our show every Tuesday. We're having a great time. We're seeing a lot of followers, a lot of people always tuning in, and we're happy to have you. And we hope you're learning, because Careology is about the science of caring. We want to give resources to our community that you might not know existed, or if you're in a bubble, you might not know the nonprofits that are out there. So we're bringing them to you so you could know. And if you feel inclined that anyone touches your heart and you said, you know what, I like that, go ahead. You know, this is what it's about. It's about caring. It's about giving back, because that's what makes our community great. So I wanted to throw that out there, but I wanted to let everyone know I am excited for June the 17th, September the 17th, and December the 17th. Aren't you? Very good. I like that.
I'm very excited. I just found out about this.
You just found out. I'm
we
not
might
doing.
be going for a ride together.
I can't play. As the CEO, you can take me. As the CEO and founder of CareBag, unfortunately, all of you will frown upon me if I play and I win. So, and I have very good luck, so I can't play. But if anyone is interested, yes, Cliff.
Well, at least you're playing on behalf of Careology.
Yeah, but I can't. It's against the law. Oh. It's against the. It's not against the law. It just looks bad. Yeah. If I win,
yeah.
It's not unethical, because because we're using actually an independent company.
Oh, nice.
We're using an independent company, and they're the ones that do our tickets. They do everything for us. But if everyone says, Roxy, you can play, if I need everyone to call in and say, Roxy, you buy a car ticket to win this 2021 UX200 Lexus, tax-free, not a lease, yours, I'm buying tickets.
You might, and you can also help fill out the ticket applications for others who come and buy tickets.
No, I want to fill out my own.
No,
Well, we just
if
want
you
lots of
can't-
people to buy tickets.
We want lots of people to buy tickets because 100% goes to CareBag Incorporated.
That's
so
amazing.
that's it, which provides proper hygiene. But the good thing about it is it's not a lease car, Cliff.
Right.
You win this car
You got
outright,
it.
and the taxes are paid. So you just got to show up, have a valid license, be over the age of 18.
That is one heck of a high-tech vehicle right
That's it. And who do we have to thank for this? Treasure Coast Lexus.
US one just below Midway Road.
That's it. And we just did a YouTube video, and I was at it's a gorgeous, beautiful, you've been there. It's
Oh,
a
yes.
gorgeous, beautiful location. And the car is sitting right there when you walk in to the left-hand side. It's a gray color. It is gorgeous. You touch a button and the trunk just...
Just imagine it's going to sit there with no rain ever hitting it until somebody gets to take it
All
home.
yours.
I'm about to say hallelujah. Well, that is it. December 17th at 2 p.m. at Treasure Coast Lexus, we will be pulling the winner. But we have also 2 additional prizes. So June 17th, which is next month.
That's near Father's Day.
Yes, it is. And guess what? It is a grill, a propane grill. Thank you, Jensen Lowe's of Jensen Beach.
Nice.
They have gone ahead and donated that beautiful grill to us, and we'll be pulling a winner June the 17th. And also, we have September 17th, we have a JVC 4K smart TV. That's a mouthful.
That's smart.
But
it's smart.
That's a smart TV, and it's beautiful. They've already bought the TV, and that is 2 Men in a Truck Treasure Coast.
Very
Awesome,
generous.
awesome. You guys need to move, looking to move, trying to shift something somewhere, furniture's too big. These are the people to call. All our information is on our website. Go to givecarebag.com and you can find all our information. And if you go there, you can give tickets. And because we're pulling the tickets for June and we didn't have anything to do for May, for the entire month of May only, tickets are 20% off. 20% off. I don't know what noise anybody heard, but don't worry about it.
Oh, that was me.
That-
It was me. I was just
thought it was
making
my
sure
phone.
people
No.
were commenting so they could get their tickets for this car.
So if anybody wants for the month of May only for Mother's Day, because mothers make the world go round, and we're giving 20% off, so that means you can get extra tickets. And the only thing you have to do is put in the word mom, M-O-M, and just apply it to your tickets, and you'll be able to go ahead and get that discount for the month of May. It finishes the last day of May, and I was by the car last week, and it is absolutely beautiful. And we want to thank again Treasure Coast Lexus. They are just masters in this community. They not only help CareBag, they help the community. Would
They
you
do.
agree, Kenya?
Yeah, they're very generous.
They're very generous.
I want to
and-
have an event there in that showroom.
Oh, I can't. We have to wait
It
for
sparkles.
COVID.
I know.
The staircase,
Everything.
the elevator, and
I
it's
know.
always immaculately
I know.
clean. Always,
Sparkles.
every time, and they have the nicest cold water. I know everybody's like water. No, their water just tastes different. But if you're interested in seeing the car, you can go there, and they'll be happy to show it to you. No, you cannot drive it off because it is for the winner on December the 17th at 2 p.m.
That's a nice Christmas gift.
Oh, that's a lovely Christmas. Like I said, if everyone agrees that Roxy should buy tickets that she can participate, just ring and call and put information in, and I will bring it to the board. So, because all of us are dying to play. So I'm loving that. So I'm loving it. And if anyone has any questions, where can we buy our tickets? You can go to givecarebag.com and you can get all the tickets right there. And we have different levels. And right now, like I said, if you apply the word MOM, you can get 20% off. On our Facebook, somebody's asking us those questions, and we're
Good.
happy to
Let's
answer
answer
you.
that.
You can answer
Definitely.
questions on the phone here at 340-1590 or on Facebook chat.
That's right.
Sure.
You can call 772-340-5090.
Oh.
If you agree that you
Get your
believe
tickets.
Roxy should be able to go ahead and buy tickets to win this beautiful 2021 Lexus UX200.
I was thinking that you could share your luck by assisting in filling out the little forms.
I don't, because it's an independent company, I don't do anything. But I'm thinking,
but there's a scan code. How easy is that?
Yeah. It's very easy.
That's so easy.
But my birthday's coming up, and I think for my birthday, I'm going to be offering some tickets of love for around my birthday. So my birthday is the 23rd of May. So how many more shows we have? That's next week.
Yeah, that's the day before my mom.
Wow. Yeah, that's right. Me and your mom. So we have, let's see. We just conducting business on here. Okay, so either the 18th or the 25th. What do you think? The 18th or the 25th? I'm going to think how I'm going to do it. I'm going to offer 25 tickets to someone.
To do it on the 25th. 25th?
Yeah, right after my birthday.
25 on the 25th.
Yeah,
25 on the 25th.
Do it.
Yeah, no, it's 12 tickets.
12 tickets.
12 tickets. I ain't giving no 25 tickets away.
She said 25.
I said 25?
Yeah, you did.
Well, I meant the 25th, the date.
12.
The date.
Okay.
12.
The date.
12 tickets.
That's right.
And I wasn't any help either.
Yeah.
I repeated it.
Somebody pull this show in.
Hey,
well, that's the thing. Me and Kenya go way back, and I met Kenya for 4 Kids. 4 Kids is a beautiful organization, and CareBag has been supporting them as much as we can because we love them. We love what they do. And Kenya, I'm going to give you the floor so you can let people know exactly what 4 Kids do.
Well, you bet. You're the queen of care. So it's an honor to know you.
Chief Careologist.
I like that.
She is the queen of
care.
I'm going to get you a shirt.
Oh, see, this show is really going to go sideways. That's what happened when you get 2 friends together. Oh, boy.
But you are a good friend of mine and of 4 Kids.
Thank
and
I love the
honor
organization.
to partner with you and serve the community alongside you. And that's really what it's about. I think the Treasure Coast has a great collaborative group of nonprofits that work together. We serve, many of us serve the same population of people, and we all want to see hope and health brought to the children and the families in our community, and doing it together, we're just definitely stronger. And, and a lot of it is very systemic. So I think today is a great day to be able to share a little bit about how what we do together.
Wait, before you begin, what is this month for?
It's May, and May is National Foster Care Month.
All right. Can we have a clap, please?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, we have to. We have our clap. I left my clap in the car. I don't bring it anymore because I found out I have a digital clap, so I don't need to do that. But it is Foster Care Month.
It is.
And Foster Care Month is important.
It is important.
And I love it. I love what they do. I love it. There we go.
Oh, that's so nice.
it.
You need a full audience?
I'm going to send that. Oh, my goodness. I'm sending that applause out to all of our foster and adoptive families who are truly the unsung heroes in our community that help serve the kids in crisis.
Those were just foster parents in that crowd.
Those are foster parents.
So tell
They're
us.
heroes.
4 Kids. What is the mission of 4 Kids?
Oh, the mission of 4 Kids is to bring hope to kids and families in crisis.
Okay. But you're different. What I know, but I know, but I don't want to say it.
That's okay.
What is the difference between 4 Kids and other foster care agencies?
Well, we all have a heart to serve those that are in crisis situations, children who've been abused, abandoned, and neglected. We are a ministry, Christian organization, faith-based organization that cares for children in foster care. And so with that comes the support, the care of just the churches, and our partners have a unique model that invites the churches and the community in to be a part of this child's journey home. And so it's an honor and an opportunity for us at 4 Kids to develop those relationships, create a culture of orphan care in our community so we can bring awareness and invite the community into the lives of our children and families so that they can be a part of this hope that we have, that we can provide hope, homes, and healing to kids in crisis in our community.
And that's important. Imagine a child that has been, we call them the black bags. They come into a home and they have this black garbage bag filled with their entire life belongings, and they come to a home and they're not going to know what to expect. But with 4 Kids now, there's a little different switch to it. The light goes on. There's a little bit of hope. There's some prayer. There's comfort. And I think that it's you can't give a child more. You can give a child all the love in the world, but when a child knows that if I get moved from this situation and I go to this home and I kneel down beside my bed, I can still pray. That is that hope that you're giving that child. And I love that. And I think that's important.
Yeah,
That's
and
why I
love that
for
we're
kids.
our families are able
to
to
do that.
provide that for the children and bring just that community and support of the church and that particular group of people to come around and love on them and help them in a very hard time in their life where they feel alone and hopeless, and also to be able to bring that message to the children, but also those children to be able to bring that message back to their biological families, because this is a crisis, a family crisis, not just for this child. Clearly there's a situation going on where the whole family needs hope, and we want to make sure that that can happen for them.
That's true. Well, you know what? We have I hate when we have to do breaks, but this break is important.
Got that
Cliff,
information on it, right?
Yeah, this break is important, but before you go to that, I want to go ahead and do this. We have some numbers. I'm going to give you the average of the amount of children that are removed monthly. I want some people to just start guessing. And we're going to act, I'm not going to know if you don't call in, but if you are on Facebook, because I see a lot of people always doing everything. Your cousin says you look cool.
Aww,
so
that must be
imagine if you're on Facebook or you're at home, how many children do you think are removed monthly from homes just in our small community? If you're not from here, just on an average, how many children do you think will be in such distress that we would have to come in and we would have to go ahead and remove them? But our sponsor is so important. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back, and I'm going to look to see how many numbers I have here on my Facebook, because I can see it now. You guys give me some numbers.
Yeah, I'd like to see what they think.
Do you
a
think
month. How many children are removed?
How many children do you think
On
are
average.
removed on average a month? Okay, and we'll be right back, and we'll give you the startling number that we have while we hear from our beautiful sponsor, Treasure Coast Lexus. Thank you, Cliff. If you could reimagine the way you buy a car, what would you do? Make it simple, make negotiations disappear, demand transparency, then experience amazing at your Treasure Coast Lexus dealer. Car buying simplified. Treasure Coast Lexus is a proud sponsor of Careology. Every Tuesday at 6:05 p.m., caring and supporting for our community. Car buying simplified. Check out your Treasure Coast Lexus dealer. How would you like to win a Lexus UX 200 with taxes paid? No car payment. That sounds terrific. Go to givecarebag.com. All proceeds go to help our local nonprofit CareBag Incorporated, where they provide access to proper hygiene to those in our community in need. We also have 2 additional prizes. Go to givecarebag.com to find out how you could win a beautiful 2021 Lexus UX 200. No lease, taxes paid. Drawing December 17th, 2021.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
And now back to Careology with Roxy.
Okay, so if you are just tuning in, welcome. My name is Roxy, and this is Careology Radio, and we are caring. Okay, no one's hearing me. Can you hear? Okay, no.
Yeah, we're on.
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah,
Okay. I can't hear myself, so I didn't think so.
Oh.
So my name is Roxy, and if you are tuning in with us, welcome to Careology, and we do the caring. We care about everyone. It doesn't matter your situation. We just want to put the science of caring on you. And I have with me Kenya, and she is from 4Kids, a local nonprofit here under Treasure Coast, which is a faith-based organization, and they give love, they give hope, and just so much goes in. Not only love, hope, dignity, everything goes into that. So nobody responded on the average what they think would be. So we're going to just put Cliff on the spot.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I'm not hearing.
You know what I'm afraid of?
What?
It might be the headsets. I'll replace them. Just take them
Okay.
off, and I'll pull you in another one.
Okay.
But I'm afraid that it's probably an astronomical number, isn't it?
What?
Because-
Just give us a number.
Okay, per month.
Per
per
month
month in
on
the Treasure Coast.
Okay, this is bad. It's not good. It's low compared to what I'd probably think. But let's just say 30 a month.
You've been looking at my paper.
You looked at our
No.
paper.
You didn't look
It
at
is
our paper?
30.
It is 30.
It is 30.
It is actually 30 children are removed from families on the Treasure Coast. So that is one child a day, which is too many.
That's too many.
That's
Intuition
more.
can be haunting.
And the
Yeah.
numbers are rising.
And the
the
because of-
previous
yeah.
month was in the 20s, and now we're
Right.
seeing the 30s. So really what we contribute that to is a lot of children were not safer at home during the
Yes.
pandemic. So many of these children are now having an opportunity to share their stories, feeling
'Cause school is
safe
open.
enough to
Yep.
share with their neighbors, their family, teachers, what maybe was happening at home. A lot of families dealing with grief and loss, and
It's just a time.
escalated
That's
those
still a high
families.
number.
It's a
That's still
very
a high
high
number.
number.
And not only that, being locked down, it messes with your psyche. And that's
does.
something since the beginning of Careology we've talked about is just getting help. And there's such a taboo on people seeking help and going to a professional where there is nothing wrong with that. I think you
not
are
at
a
all.
greater individual when you can actually admit to yourself you can go out and you can seek help. That is important, and we want people to do that. So as children start to go back into school, they're going to start talking.
We're going to start. We already started hearing
Yeah.
numbers. Actually, during the lockdown, we saw numbers drop, and so for us, we knew that it wasn't that the
It
abuse
wasn't a
wasn't
number.
happening. They just weren't being seen.
There were no teachers.
There was
were
nobody
after
to
school.
advocate on their behalf and to share what was happening. And even some historical numbers coming in that most of the victims calling into the sexual abuse hotline were minors themselves.
Wow.
And that had never happened before.
And they were calling into 211.
calling in for help. Yep, calling in for help. And so we just knew we get the honor to partner with our community, our businesses, our churches to bring hope, home, and healings to kids through prevention services, through intervention, and therapeutic services. So during the past year, we've really tried to offer our resources for our therapeutic services. It's called EPIC.
Okay.
And we really worked hard, our marketing team and our leadership team, to make sure that there were resources out there and help for families who were struggling, children that were dealing with anxiety and depression and fear, but also trying to equip the parents that were out there and feeling hopeless and not understanding even what was happening, but now trying to manage possible job loss, income loss, death, and trying to handle children now being at home with them. So we created quite a few videos, resources that our EPIC team did to help families, just even with basic things like how do I stay home with my kids?
Right.
You know, we're during this time and things are stressful, and I don't know how to handle things. Helping them teach kids how to self-regulate and self-care and things that we thought were so important for a resource for families during such a hard time.
And a lot of families don't even know that what is available. You know, they don't know what it's available. And that's why I love this. That's why I love this show, because we want to go ahead and bring out the different resources and let
Yes.
families know. We know, and
We know.
because we know, we think everyone else knows, and not everyone knows. A lot of people don't know. You can call 211. You can go ahead and have someone come to your home tonight
Yes.
if you feel like you're on the verge, and that's what we want people to do, and that's why this show is here. So
Yeah,
there
that
might
was
be-
important to
Yeah.
us. We realized at the beginning of the pandemic, we had already, been serving children through our therapeutic services in our 4Kids homes and other agencies that their children were using our resources. And we realized what was ahead of us. And we realized that we had to open up our services to all children.
Yes.
So 4Kids doesn't just serve foster children through our therapeutic services. We serve all children.
Yeah, we have, I don't think just you or CareBag or 4Kids. I think all nonprofits, we've had to readjust. We've had to clean house. We've had to turn things upside down, because it's not just the normal. It's not our regular everyday clients that we're seeing. The board, the spectrum is so large now. We're serving so many more different people because people are struggling.
Yeah.
This is not over. And some people don't even know how to get back to normal. There's some people that have been sitting at home for a year and they don't know how to get back to normal.
There's so many families at risk right now.
Oh yeah, there's
so many. The numbers have just gone up at those families that are in need and that are at risk right now. And so that's where in December we launched Care Portal, which is our prevention initiative. So we partner the child welfare agencies with our local partnering churches to identify and meet the needs of at-risk families before their children enter foster care. And it's just been an incredible, beautiful picture of the community and the child child welfare system and the church working together to help resource and support families and build relationships. Because now what we're able to do is For Kids is just a bridge. We just provide this portal system, and you have Communities Connected for Kids as one of our requesting agencies. And so what they do is they know these families, and they think to themselves, well, this family could do well, this mom could do well if she had a bed or a car seat, or she has some sort of need that maybe she needs her rent paid. Maybe she needs somebody to help her find a place to stay. And so they're able to submit those requests, and that request goes out to the churches within a certain radius of that family. So now the church gets an alert, they accept the request, and then they mobilize and they bring those needs right to their door. So we've not only just met a resource, have not only made an economic impact.
The outcome is immeasurable.
But the relationship that I'm seeing, that somebody knows I need help. Now we've been able to access the church and mobilize them to help support those families with programs that they have that are wonderful in their churches. But many of those families don't know that those resources are there either. But now they do.
When we were before the show, we were talking, and I see all your papers there, and you got numbers, and I want you to talk about them because it's important. It's on an average, we were talking, and on an average during the year, almost 165, and that's what we know for now.
Yes.
There are other agencies. The numbers are higher. It's just that a lot of people don't report them.
Yes.
People, let's be real, because we're real on the show. Children are missing.
Children are.
Children are missing. Where are those children?
I know.
School is going to start, and there's going to be a lot of children that are not accounted for. I know we don't talk news, and we definitely don't talk politics, but sometimes you have to talk about it.
There are statistics out there that are very important.
Certain things are very important. There are children that are missing.
Yes.
There are children that are, I see my neighbors. I live in a wonderful area. My neighbors, their kids are outside all the time. If one day I don't see them, I'm like, okay, maybe one of them is sick.
And we need to say something now. We need to be looking.
Yeah, people are afraid.
Yes.
People are afraid. So if I come to your door and I ring your doorbell, and I need to see the children. I need to hear the children.
Yes.
I need to see them because, children, they are vulnerable. And I think people, they get their psyche. This whole pandemic is just, all of us are suffering. All of us are.
We don't want them to suffer
alone.
We don't
want children shouldn't be suffering behind this. And that's why all nonprofits, not CareBag, not 4 Kids, every nonprofit has a little point. They're a pinpoint on a map, and we all connect together. And all of us collectively work together, and we are important, and we need to know where our children are, and we need to protect our children.
And when more children start coming in, the sad part is we have a shortage of foster homes. So the biggest need right now in the Treasure Coast is more families that say, hey, I can open up my heart and home to children. And we will, train, we support. We have our own therapists on staff at 4 Kids. So we're here as an organization to serve them.
So let's put that information out. If someone is, Kenya, I am interested in becoming a foster mom. What is the criteria? What do I need to do? Who do I contact? So
you can actually, we have a really easy way. You can text foster to 474747. That's the fastest. Or you can visit our website at www.KIDS-treasurecoast.org. And so any one of those buttons to foster.
This one is
That's
easy. This is easy for live
radio.
Text
to foster.
Text the word foster, Foster, 474747.
That should work.
If your heart is there
and
you feel, you know what, I have this big old home, I'm retired, I work from home, I have time, I can afford it, I'm more than able to open up my home and give a child just something, just love, dignity, hope.
Children, just to give the gift of family is what it is. Children belong in families. It is the gift of family.
And if you have a heart that you can do that, not everybody can.
No.
Not everybody can do that.
Some people think they can't, but it's misconceptions. They think, I'm single. We have several single families.
I'm just talking about, when I say if you think some can't, time.
Sure.
You have to have time.
You do.
But children are in school.
Yes.
So,
there's resources.
There's a lot of resources, and I know this agency, and they will help.
Yes.
They will come out. They will do whatever they have. Kenya will come to your home.
I will come to your home.
She will come to your home, because if she
I
calls me,
will find you
Roxy,
daycare, aftercare. I will find you to help you manage your time.
Yeah, I can find you. She's come to my home many times. Roxy, I got some moms. Hey, come on over, honey. It could be Friday, Saturday night
we
in
need
the rain.
diapers.
She's coming.
There you are. I'm coming.
So if you feel that this is something in your heart you wanted to do, and I don't normally do this for nonprofits, but this is important because our children are important,
Yes,
and that's
they
what
are.
we do. Our children are our future. Our children are important.
Absolutely.
Get a pen, get a paper, and text the word foster to 474747. 47 3 times.
Yes.
So
40
that's the code number to get through,
And then you text the word foster.
You text the word
And so
foster.
when you do that, we're not going to come the next day and drop off a sibling group of 5. I promise.
We
but
can if
what
you
we
want
will
to.
do is we will call. They'll do a little interview and invite you to attend one of our orientations where you can ask more questions, and you can decide if fostering is a good fit for your family. But maybe not fostering, maybe volunteering. We all have time, treasure, and talent, and we can all use one of those or all of those.
Listen, all nonprofits could use volunteers.
Yes, all can use volunteers.
Because I don't know about you, but I've just started up volunteering, and the calls are coming in. Because remember, most of our volunteers were the school-age children, and it's been a little hectic right now. But you never know where that one little bit that you do, you don't know the hope that it can bring to a child.
It makes such a big impact in their lives.
It can.
It builds trust. It builds a sense of belonging. Children, they want to belong. That's why so many of them, which I want to talk about the numbers.
Go ahead.
So
the
many
mic
of
is
these.
yours.
Oh, thank
I'm gonna
you.
sit back.
Okay.
I don't normally do that on my show, but I'm gonna sit back. Go right ahead.
Well, I think it is important to understand, and especially with you serving the homeless population and community here, is prevention. We can reduce a lot of the numbers of the amount of people that you're having to serve if we can get on the front end of it. A lot of these children that are coming into care, they're not being able to be placed with foster families because we don't have enough homes available. So many of those children are then in group homes in shelters, which
let's back up. You said what? Shelters?
Shelters,
Oh,
group
there's
homes
that
and
word.
shelters.
No, I'm saying, you mean homeless shelters?
Not
No, because
necessarily
we don't
homeless
have
shelters.
any.
No.
Because we don't have any.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm talking about
the
children,
homes,
homes for
children's
children, like
homes, yeah.
Hibiscus. They do a wonderful
Wave
job.
Crest.
Wave Crest. But these group homes and shelters were intended to be a temporary place for children until they could find placement for them. But for many of them, it's become permanency. They're not there a couple days. They're there a couple years. And many of them are aging out, turning 18 and leaving. And then what? And this is when you see them. And I think, I did share 18 months after children age out of foster care, 40 to 50% of them end up homeless. So to me, that says we need them in families sooner.
Multiply that by 30 a month. Wow.
Yes, sir.
So
And 65% of them, once
production.
they're
guys can hear me, right?
emancipated,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, once they've aged out, 65% need immediate housing.
Yeah.
Immediate housing. Where is that?
Yeah.
But if they were in a loving family, that family could
Would not
help
just
them,
put them out.
on that next step. Or if there were 4 kids, we do have, programs that, offer transition housing down in Broward. We have SOCI. It's
Right.
wonderful. They can apply to go down there. But even that, they belong with family.
Yes.
We all need family. It's incredible to think that 5,000 unoccupied adults, those are children who age out, will die every year from illness, assault, and suicide.
Well, I'm gonna share a story, and I'm looking at the time, and I'm like, not looking at the time. I'm just looking at it's 6:30. So it doesn't matter who you are. You need to hear this. I got a call one day, and I think this was 2 years ago, and it was from another nonprofit here in Stewart. Not gonna say who, and we had a homeless young man, aged out, got a job, was working at Publix, and was working at Home Depot, and his car broke, so he had his car near the woods because that's where he slept, and it was a convertible, and someone came and ripped the top off of his convertible and raped him.
Yeah.
And said, I will be back tomorrow.
This was a man that was attacked?
Yeah. Yeah. And I got the call, and that is when we had the Salvation Army down on 7th at Adams Home.
Yep.
And I called our guy that worked there, and I let him know. He said, Roxy, you know, it's men. I said, hey, this is the story. And he said, okay, well, we have a bed. And we went, and we called Project Lift, went and got a car, took his car and got him another car. And we took him over to Adam's house, which because of is no longer here.
Right.
And that is where he stayed, or else it would have happened again.
Sure.
So if people are thinking, oh, you're just making up the numbers, I can assure you these are not made up numbers.
These are
real.
documented.
And these are ones,
thank
you, because we talked about it when we had Mindy here. We had Inner Truth here. And we only know about what, and he did not want to report this.
Right.
He did not want to report this.
I guess it's not something that people are proud of. It's
well,
kinda
no,
shameful.
he already felt it was his fault, and it was not your fault.
Yeah.
And you know, so and this is not the first story, but those that are listening that have an open ear and can listen to our voices, this is real. This is happening, and this is real. I have gone out. CareBag has been out in the woods throughout the Treasure Coast, through West Palm, and I can tell you the amount of young people I see makes me sick, makes my heart sick, because this should not be happening. This shouldn't be happening. We have beautiful homes that are constantly being built, apartment complexes that are constantly being built. Why don't we have a bloody shelter in this county?
Yeah.
Why don't we have it?
We have plenty of pet shelters.
Oh, I love
too.
pets. We
And I
got
love
plenty. We got
pets, too.
28. We got 28 places where you can build. I found my pitbull found some baby rabbits, and he might have scratched one. And I drove all the way to Palm City to the wild sanctuary, and they came to the car and they took them and hugged them. But I got people living in the woods with children, with babies, mothers coming out of the hospitals, and we don't have any place to put them.
And I do want the community to know that for those families that are out there that are homeless, that is not abuse in and of itself.
No.
So I don't want our community to think, oh, they're homeless and their children shouldn't be with them.
No, that is not abuse.
Sadly, those situations and those settings can lead to neglect and exposure to substances and exposure to situations that are
things.
not safe. But that is not abuse in and of itself. So we don't want anybody to think that. And I wish our community knew that more, because I think more families would step up and identify themselves so that they could have access to resources. But I think they're afraid.
Yeah, well, when I meet them, that's what I do.
They're
when
afraid.
When I meet them, or they call me, or we're living in our car, and I go, there's a mother, there's a father, there's a mother, their children. The first thing I let them know, your children will not be taken away from you. That's important for them to know. And when we let them know that, their guard comes down just a little bit, because being homeless is not a crime.
No.
It's
and
a
that's
situation.
what I love about Care Portal.
Yeah.
Because we've been able to help families stay together by mobilizing the church using their resources, benevolence, the giving of the church members, so that they could help families stay together. Sometimes people just need a hand up. It's not a handout.
No.
A lot of them are on, just hardship. Things are hard these days. It's hard to imagine.
Things are hard for everybody.
It's hard for everybody. So families that were already on that bubble, now it's like fuel on a fire.
Yeah.
And it's easy to pass judgment and look at somebody and you don't know their story.
What other numbers you got? I want to make sure that you touch every number.
I shared these three, and I think this is the most important one.
Yes.
It's this one.
The number
one. Because it just takes one person to make an impact in the life of a child.
The number
one. There are
one.
lots of ways to do that, and a lot of them are not intrusive to yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
It won't take anything out of you.
It doesn't have to.
Smile at somebody.
Yeah. It doesn't. There's so much that we can do as a community.
Yes.
And there's so much that there's somebody listening and said, oh my goodness, I didn't know 4Kids existed.
Yes.
And that's why I wanted you here, because I wanted to expose you to somebody that might not know. They're not at our meetings. They're not at our networking, our 7:30 in the morning.
I know. bright and early.
Bright and early.
But we do it because it matters. It's
Yeah.
important to our community. It's important that the leaders in our community have an understanding and have a pulse on what's going on. So I'm available. I'm ready to have that one conversation, that one coffee, that one lunch, to talk about how we can work together to make a change and impact our community in a positive way. If things like homelessness, crisis pregnancies, DJJ, human trafficking matter, then foster care should matter to you, because many of those that are experiencing that were at one time in the child welfare system. So if we can help support them and find them loving families to protect them and help them heal from the trauma, children in foster care are not there because of anything that they have done.
Did. That it is the
this
situation
is not their fault
that they came into, and people need to know that.
Yes.
So I love what Kenya said. It takes that one. So it's like when you go to church and your
the
pastor
one
says
factor.
that one sentence at the end of a sermon. Do we have just one person? Because it takes just one. One person that wants to go ahead and text for the word foster to 47, 47, 47. That's an impact that you can make into someone's life, and it makes a difference.
I thought maybe that's why there were claw marks on the pews in the back.
If there's just one, but nobody want to get up. Well, we need you to get up. We need people to get up. We need you to stand up. We need you to step up.
And don't be afraid.
No.
These are kids. You know, a lot of times foster kids or foster children. I'm like, these are children in foster care. They are regular children. Okay, they're children.
I went out with my sister around her birthday, and we were leaving the restaurant, and there was this guy, and you could tell he was beaming, and he had the little baby buggy, and we said, oh, she was an infant. I think she wasn't even 4 months yet. I said, oh, she's adorable, and he beamed. Oh, this is my foster daughter. I said, good for you. That's your daughter.
That is right.
And he was just beaming.
Yes.
These are infants. These aren't. These are they come from 2 weeks old, zero
from the hospital
till 14, 15, 18 years old. It doesn't matter the age. They need someone in their life, and that is important. So if you think that you are that one, we want you to get in touch with 4Kids, because I think that's important. And we're going to have that information on our Facebook page under the beautiful picture that Cliff takes for us that we post every evening or the next morning if I'm able to. And that information is also going to be on the YouTube. And, you know, we want you to be that one. That's important. And it's you know, it's sad that we have to go through this. It's sad that we are needed as nonprofits, but without us, then these children, these adults, these families.
We want children to go back home to the families that are healthy. And the more resources we have, and the more we're able to get the resources out to the population that needs it the most, the better we're going to have a thriving community and thriving families. And we want to support the biological families. We want children to go home. Sadly, right now, because of so many barriers with the court systems and children staying in care longer and so much more hardship mounting on families, that a lot of children, their parental rights are being terminated. So you have more children waiting in foster care to be adopted. So there's so much to talk about. It could be like 10 shows, Roxy.
Well, no, I'm going to do, we have part two. We have part two on a lot of shows. Okay. So, you know, when we first started this show, we said we're going to go ahead and give it 6 months and see how it goes. But I'm happy to say that our sponsor has decided we're going to go on 6 more months.
Very nice.
Speaking of sponsors, do you have any use of other sponsors for the radio show? That's the same as donating to CareBag.
Yes, it is.
Nonprofit, which is it's a tax deduction because you're making a donation.
It is tax deductible, and not only you're making the donation. This is what I said: you're giving life and you're giving dignity. Yeah. Right. You know, just imagine waking up and you don't have any soap, you don't have any shampoo, you don't have a towel, you don't have no running water. We don't think about that when we wake up in the morning.
It's hard for a lot of us.
It's hard for a lot of us. Yes, it is. And we want to, as CareBag, we want to bring others dignity. 4Kids wants to give the hope, and you know that we work in conjunction with each other. We work with each other because we know what we give back to the community, and we know how important it is for the community. So the same way hygiene is important, the same way a loving family is important, and that's what we really need to realize. We have to take another break, Cliff.
We could do that.
Yeah, we're going to take another break, but I want you guys to think about this. What can you give back? If you knew there was a child standing on a corner and just standing there looking at you, what would you do? That's what it is.
There's so much wealth here in sunny South Florida that this happens.
We don't got to do South
continuing.
Florida. Why the Treasure Coast is called the Treasure Coast
right.
for a reason.
That's right.
It's called the Treasure Coast for a reason. I haven't dug up a diamond yet.
These kids out there, they're the treasure.
That's it.
They're
So
the
we
treasure.
need that. So we're gonna ask you, what can you do? Can you be that one for 4 kids? This is what we do. Yes, CareBag, we are always needing, we're always helping, but this is part of what
and
we
these
do.
are solvable problems.
Right. Yes, they are.
Solvable
Not only that,
problems.
they're solvable problems, and through partnerships, through good collaborations, things can be done, and that's what it is about working together. So, are you going to be that one? Let me see if you'll answer me when we come back. If you could reimagine the way you buy a car, what would you do? Make it simple, make negotiations disappear, demand transparency, then experience amazing at your Treasure Coast Lexus dealer. Car Buying Simplified. Treasure Coast Lexus is a proud sponsor of Careology. Every Tuesday at 6:05 p.m., caring and supporting for our community. Car Buying Simplified. Check out your Treasure Coast Lexus dealer. How would you like to win a Lexus UX 200 with taxes paid? No car payment. That sounds terrific. Go to givecarebag.com. All proceeds go to help our local nonprofit CareBag Incorporated, where they provide access to proper hygiene to those in our community in need. We also have 2 additional prizes. Go to givecarebag.com to find out how you could win a beautiful 2021 Lexus UX 200. No lease, taxes paid. Drawing December 17th, 2021.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie.
And now back to CareBag with Roxy and Company.
There we go. Well, thank you. If you are just joining us at the end tail of our show, we are talking with Kenya here on Careology, the science of caring, with 4 kids. And we asked a question about, just one question, would you be that one that would want to open up your heart and go ahead and say, you know what? I don't mind. I'm going to take a chance. Let me find out more, because knowledge is power. You don't know if you can do it until you are equipped with all the information. So if you have a pen and this is something, you know what? I'm going to give it to you again. Text 474747 and text the word foster. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Correct. So use the word foster, type it in foster, and you will go ahead and put the number in 474747 and text and see what happens and see what information. Find out if it's for you. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is.
Attend an orientation.
Yeah,
Find
and-
out, hey, maybe our family, our church,
Yeah.
our business can donate and
Yeah.
or volunteer and find out, we all have gifts and talents. And I just got a message today and, how can I volunteer? I'm like, well, let's start with, what do you like to do?
Yeah.
What's your gift and talent? Like, I wouldn't want you to go drop off a meal if you don't like cooking.
Hello.
But
or you don't
maybe-
have the time.
or you don't have the time, or so maybe that's just something that you're good at, ordering pizza for a foster mom who's single and been in court all day and therapy all week with her kids and at doctor's appointments and parent visits, and they're like, does anybody see me?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, we see you. Let's cheer them on. They're doing a great job out there, but they get tired and they feel alone sometimes and isolated. So it's great to be able to encourage and support them, and we get to do great things for our families to help them connect with one another. We have events like Christmas parties and back to school bashes and spring picnics.
Just to make them feel
and
just
you know
together.
what? Seeing the kids, we just had our spring picnic at Calvary Port St. Lucie at their school, and to see the kids, their faces light up, and
because some of them don't get that.
To feel loved, and some of the kids that were there even came in to care like a couple days before, and just to see them feel loved and safe, and just know that somebody cares about them, and to come into the system and be taken from the only normal quote unquote family that they know.
It's traumatic.
With strangers.
It's traumatic.
Driving around in a car because there's not a home, with a investigator because there's no home. Babies driving around in cars because they can't find a home for a baby. These are true stories.
Oh yeah.
Siblings coming in together. We need more homes that would take siblings
to separate them.
It's so sad. This is recently more sibling groups have been coming in. Maybe you could take them, keep them together, Why add more trauma by separating them?
them.
It's terrible. And teens, don't be afraid of all the teens. They're not that bad. We have great teens in our homes.
And some of them just need to know.
And they don't trust people. I don't blame them.
I don't blame
They
them
have
either.
hopes and dreams
They
and
have hopes and
aspirations
dreams,
too.
and
Yeah.
I love to see them thrive. And our therapists work really hard to help them understand who they are and understand what's happened to them doesn't define them, and that they can change the trajectory. But they need loving, caring adults in their lives to help them do that. I couldn't figure out my life at 18 with family and support, let alone
And that's
on my
important.
own.
And that is more than important.
It is important.
So we want to leave you. I know Cliff, time goes by so fast
goes
when
by.
you're having fun.
I know. How do we spend the next 5.5 minutes?
And what do you have coming up? Because I love volunteering with our nonprofits as well.
Well, CareBag, actually, we are in Gifford tomorrow.
Okay, love Gifford.
We're in Gifford Beach tomorrow.
Oh,
We are at the
Gifford.
Gifford Youth Center tomorrow.
Oh, wonderful.
And if anyone is listening at the sound of my voice and they are needing, we
They
do
need you
Pampers.
out there.
Yes, we.
Gifford.
If we can't go, I feel it, and we
Yeah.
really try to go. We have volunteers that come as far from Jupiter,
Oh,
that
wow.
come all the way to help
I
us
love Gifford.
in Gifford, because that is that's an area that we really need to go to.
Yes.
And then we also are on Friday. We are at Banner Lake Community, so we've been having
that?
Banner Lake Community is South Hope Sound.
Oh,
Banner Lake Community, and there is a Dunbar Learning Center there.
Okay.
So we provide the pull-ups for the moms so
Nice.
their children can go to daycare. Because a lot of people don't know, if moms don't have pull-ups, they can't bring those babies. Am I correct?
I know. Thank you. And,
Yeah.
and you're so generous for our families when we have need for, sometimes we run low on diapers
Any and
and
every
wipes at the
time.
office. And you're always there,
And
always sharing that our families can come through and get
That's what we do. And
Not
if you
just
need-
babies need
Not
diapers.
just babies. no. And she's so generous. All sizes.
that is what it's for, and we're more than happy to do that. So, and then also we're going to be at the Treasure Coast Business Summit.
Me too.
Oh, you're going to be there? We're going to be at the Treasure Coast Business Summit on Thursday.
Yay.
And then on Saturday, we are going to be at, the chamber event at the Marina Cove.
Oh, the
So,
frenzy.
yeah, the frenzy. So
Fishing frenzy.
we're gonna have a very busy weekend, and if you come out there, you can get all our information. But Kenya, I
Yes.
just want to say thank you for coming out. We can
Thank
do a
you.
part 2 because it is important, and I
Yes.
hope somebody hearing the sound of our voice will be that one.
Be the one.
Be the one. Be the one.
Volunteer.
That's it.
Lead the way. We heard so much during COVID. Save the children. Well, where are all of you?
Hello.
I'm sorry.
The
I
same
was
people.
waiting for all of you to reach out to me so I can invite you in to do that. Y'all disappeared. But then here's another chance, and they shout loud,
Yeah.
and I love it. We get passionate, but then we stop.
Yeah.
Don't forget the kids.
Don't forget
shout
the
loud.
kids.
Keep saving
See,
the
I wasn't
kids.
expecting that one, so that one threw me back. But I love it. But we are about caring.
Yes.
We are about supporting, and our children are our future,
Yes.
and that is very important.
Thank
And I want to leave people with that. I want you
They're so
to go ahead, and I want you to, if you want to be that one,
Mm-hmm.
remember to text Foster to 474747.
Yes.
And CareBag wants you to know, if you feel you want to learn more about us, go to www, as everyone knows, givecarebag.com. It's very simple, givecarebag.com. And I want to just give a special shout out to Jet. I have a producer.
Oh.
Yes, I
Okay.
do. And he is actually awesome. And we always talk, and I haven't given him a shout out, but he knows I love him from the bottom of my heart. And the whole entire family has been just
Jet.
CareBag. Yes, Jet. And I just want to say, Jet, love you. Thank you for what
Thanks,
you're
Jet.
doing and keeping me on my toes and keeping me with all my info. I love you. Couldn't do this without
Well,
you.
we wouldn't be on here without Jet either.
No,
Thank you,
we
Jet.
wouldn't. And Cliff, love you, Carol, all of
Yes.
that. This is Roxy, and
Yes.
this is Careology. And I want you to come back next week, Tuesday at 6:05, because we're going to have another great show. And I want you to remember, Careology is about the science of caring. No one should have to go without access to any items that they need for proper hygiene. That is so important. And I cannot end until I do one thing. If you are interested in winning the 2021 Lexus UX 200, you could easily, if you don't know how it looks, if you don't know how the car looks,
Shiny.
please go
Right.
down to the gorgeous Treasure Coast Lexus.
They'll let you look at it?
They will let you look at it, open the door, and touch it.
All right.
We have someone there to wipe your fingerprints off. And, and it's a and listen, if you say, you know what, I can't wait for December, go down there and send Roxy sent you.
Sure.
They have
might
beautiful
need a car
cars.
sooner.
You might need a car sooner. Do not let this be the deterrent from going down there. But we have 2 additional prizes. CareBag needs your help.
Yes.
We want to keep your doors open. We have not done any fundraising for a year, and now this is May, so I can say almost a year and a half.
Yeah.
We have not done any fundraising, and we want to keep our
But
doors
you've still
open.
been serving. Thank
We've
you.
still been serving. We have moms, we have dads, we have our shower unit up and running. We're
Great.
going to have hopefully our second shower unit available here on the Treasure Coast. So support us, support your local nonprofit. My name is Roxy. Thank you for listening to Careology, and I'll see you next week, Tuesday. God bless. Stay safe. Thank you, guys.
Tuesday nights, you know where to be, right here on WPSL. Google Home, Alexa, TuneIn app. And one other thing, this is WPSL, Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.